welcome. I'm honored to be here. This is the second time that I've done so, and the first time that I came was last year at about the same time. And then it was courtesy of Reading Rock Stars and Festiva. And this year, because I am visiting certain elementaries here in the Valley through Reading Rock Stars, which is a program that the Texas Book Festival puts on. I am with them. This visit, though, was just because I love my town so much, right? So I'm glad to be here. Thank you for the invitation. Hey, so now that I've gotten rid of the girly cute, I'll talk about the two books that I'm really proud of. The one that is the most recent one is called A Good Long Way. It's a novel about three different characters who all grow up here in Nuevo Penitas. They're not necessarily based on characters that I knew. I invented them, but I did place them in Nuevo Penitas. As a matter of fact, two of the characters are brothers. They're not based on me and my baby brother. I just know that family relationship sort of thing, and so I created these two characters. And the house that I envision when I do write about them is my house down in Nuevo Penitas now that has been sold off, but it's still very much there. And the callejon, or the alley that I write about, because one of the brothers actually runs away from home one night, is the alleyway right behind our own house that would have taken us. Now it's not Leal's Grocery, it's something else. I forget what is in there. But that would be the road or the callejon that you would imagine when you're reading this book, right? And then the character, as he's running away, he takes a left turn on the next callejon that goes this way. Would that be east-west like that? But he's traveling in this direction, which would be west. My directions are Lubbock right now, and I'm way off. And so he's going west, and where he spends the night, because he has no other place to stay, is a dumpster behind, and I think I invented the dumpster. I don't think Circle 7 had it in the back. But it would have been that corner store, and the boy, because he doesn't want to be at home anymore, feels that he'd rather spend the night even in a dumpster than in his own bed with his own family. Come to find out, he changes his mind almost immediately, because it all has to do with family and how important family is, especially having grown up here. Having grown up with really good friends like Roel Bermea, who would have grown up not in the wonderful town of Penitas, but in Sebano or somewhere. Even worse, right? But knowing that family was super important to him, you know, and all our other friends, the same thing. This boy realizes the same thing. As a matter of fact, I bring up Chief Bermea for a good reason, because when I'm writing about these boys at school, in a school that would be very much like our own high school in La Jolla, he never played this role at the school, I don't think, but I invented this fictional position of almost like the captain or the chief of police on La Jolla campuses, and the only guy I thought could fill that role as a character would be Chief Bermea. So if for no other reason, buy the book so that you could read what I think of Chief Bermea and see if I like him or not. But he comes up partway through. But he does play a vital role, I think, as a police officer in real life amongst our youth. And when he was connected to the public school system, he played that even more so, because he's working directly with the kids. And so I wanted to bring that out in the book, right? I also write about fellow teachers, because they love their students more than anything in the whole wide world. In spite of all of the different restrictions that are placed on teachers, all the burdens that they have to carry, they persevere because they understand that this is not just our future, but very much our present. They're the reason we teachers do get up on a daily basis and come to work, and as difficult as the job might get over 180 days, we still do it, right? Because we not only love our kids from year to year, but we feel that the investment is a great investment. And so I write about some of the teachers that I knew, although I do name one of them after me. So when you get to that part, when you read this, hopefully you will, you'll see that one of the teachers is named Mr. Saldana. But it isn't really me. It's another teacher who I didn't want to name just because it's kind of like a touchy, emotional sort of scene that he's in. And so I didn't, and you've already seen me kind of just falter and almost cry. And so you know that I can be wimpy that way. So read me into that character if you want, right? But I love writing that story. I submitted the book 3 times to different editors in New York City, and once to a small publisher in El Paso, and they all said that they would accept the book on the condition that I change it to make it less difficult for kids to read. Because I write in 4 different points of view, right? I write first person, present tense, second person, present, and third person, past, or something like that. And then I add another point of view. And they thought that it'd be too complicated, too complex for readers to get. And I know from experience, from having worked in the La Jolla schools and in Mission for a year, that our readers are not going to find it difficult. They're not going to find it too complicated or complex thing. So I did what any stupid writer would do. When they're offering me a contract, even though it's on the condition that I make changes, guaranteed publication, I said, no, I believe in readers too much, especially Valley readers. And so I pulled the book manuscript from these publishers because I wanted it to look just like this. And take a look at it. You don't have to buy it, but I think Barnes & Noble is going to be here maybe a little bit later. Flip through it, and you'll see what I mean. It isn't a traditional or traditionally written story, but it is an easy story to read. I think it doesn't challenge readers, active readers like you guys, in any single way. I think you guys are more than ready for it. The one that I want to read from, though,